What's up? What's up? I'm out here in South Orange, New Jersey. South Orange, New Jersey, headed into I think, wait, this is my meeting? Heading into a meeting with the UN representative for a couple of different countries, some kind of delegate or dignitary or something like that. But anyway, I met him during a speaking engagement I had at Rutgers University, where I was doing a branding class, and he was there, and he, I told him about our initiative. I'm trying to find it as we're talking, right? This is live, obviously, streaming live. I'm trying to go to this lunch meeting with a UN representative so we could bring our new African, right? Bring our new African humanitarian cause to the forefront in regards to the human rights violations of my ancestors and my people. So it's only right that we had these conversations, because the human rights violations of black people, African Americans, better known as New Africans, our human rights have been violated and never reconciled, never actually addressed, which is unfair. So why not stand up for my people? If it happened to someone else, I'm sure you would stand up for them as well. Because if someone's rights have been violated and they're a victim, there should be some types of reconciliation for victims, restitution, reparation even, right? So I'm going up to my meeting in real life. Actually, I gotta get my flag together, right? So this is, hold on, I'll put it this way. This is the new African flag, red, black, and green. I'm actually gonna, hold on, see, red, black, and green. Drape it over my shoulder like I be doing. I love this. Hello.
Hi.
How are you? So I'm just periscoping right now. You know what periscope is? It's like live streaming.
So you're live streaming me now?
Yeah, live streamers. We're live streaming.
Hello.
Hey guys, see periscope.
Hi.
All right. The rooftop. Walking for this lunch. Oh shoot, missed my step. You're seeing that live. Cool. There we go. Oh, this is locked. The rooftop is locked. All right, so I ain't going to the rooftop. Maybe it's downstairs. Let's see. Let me find out from her. Pool? I bet. Hello. I had a lunch meeting here on the rooftop. You know how to get there? You know how to get to the rooftop? The rooftop. No? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? The rooftop, right? Lunch? Okay, where's the hostess at? That'll help, thank you. Alright, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to get off the phone with you guys and call. I have to get the phone with you guys and call Nigel and find out like what's going on with this meeting. Baby, won't you come my way? Let me see. Oh, there he is. Oh, we're here. Good evening, guys. How are you?
Nice to see you.
Jay. Good evening, King. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good. We just had an appetizer.
No problem.
Want to sit down?
Yes, sir.
Let's sit down.
How are you?
Yeah, right.
Oh.
A little cool out there, huh?
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, right.
Good weather. We're live on Periscope. You guys ever heard of that?
That's a streaming
Yeah.
thing.
I
Okay.
stream.
Watch what you say now, bud.
No, we're gonna turn it off and get the real conversation. Twitter acquired this company that does live streaming now,
Okay.
and so now you can stream your day live to your Twitter feed. So that's how we've been really vocal about our humanitarian efforts and marketing and branding and the African movement, and what we're here to talk about today. So I've just been making it as public as possible.
And that's fine. Actually, I took a couple things from your seminar last week.
Content, right?
I was implementing it in a couple of my businesses,
Right.
Especially about the content. I set up content for like the next 3 weeks for my Facebook, and now I'm backing it up with my Twitter, and now, trying to.
Are you seeing a difference of engagement?
Yes. Yes, and each one's a test. Each post was a test of a product,
right?
And a method of the bounce back or the response, and it's tracking very positively.
That's good. That's good. And the more brand impressions you have, and you'll tweak it as you analyze it, and you find out
exactly. It's teaching us a lot with the reaction and the action and the engagements.
Gotcha. You can see if you ask a certain type of question, what kind of feedback you get, or an informational post, or current events, or.
Yeah, and it's about just a little background. I provide a package of products to the AFL-CIO of Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Okay, that mirrors what the rest of the country has, and Puerto Rico doesn't.
Gotcha.
So as we show them each of these new benefits, part of it is about educating them of what it is, and sometimes asking them a question that engages
triggers
them for reaction.
Yes.
How does it, roadside assistance, how important is your car to get into work every day?
Right.
Well,
people like answering stuff like that. It's like a survey.
It engages them.
Right.
It engages them. So anyway, I took that from part of what you were showing.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem. And it's so basic, but it really is.
It is. It is, because people say, you have so much experience, why do you go to these seminars? I said, so I'm reminded what I know, but forgot to implement.
Right, because you have so much sitting up here. You can't. Sometimes we need refreshers. So you read a book, right? Say a motivational book. I read like University to Success. It's a really good book. And I know most of the stuff in there, but it triggers, as you read a chapter, it triggers new emotions of things you just haven't been thinking about. The numbers game, persistence, all that basic stuff that we kind of already know, but it's like to get reminded is always rejuvenates you. Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
Now, is Nigel joining us?
No, it'll just be me today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
just be me today. Got Nigel back at the office.
Okay. Yeah, well,
cracking the whip, getting to work. Yeah, that's something that something I know I had to kind of, it popped in, is like for my company, we were doing a lot of group meetings, and I realized while we're doing these group meetings, there's components of the company that, right, if we're in a 3-hour meeting, the travel time to get to the meeting, to leave the meeting, who knows how long the meeting goes, one of us, or especially me as a CEO role, like, can handle those meetings while my VP of business development is developing business, right? And while my operations guy is operating. So I don't need you guys building the company and being part of the visionary process. I got this. I can do that. But if you guys do what you do, that's how you become a successful business. It's those small little things like that can make a big difference in a business's production and success. If you guys are just hanging out and everybody's going to the meeting, that's precious hours of the day you lost in your company.
Yeah. It was interesting after I went through your presentation, because the subject I was told that we were going to be discussing is about Black empowerment and programs in Baltimore.
Yes.
And the one thing I was thinking leaving was the story you told of you. What empowered you?
Right. What was that magic?
Okay, because it wasn't branding. I mean, branding was just a system of implementation of communications.
Right.
But what was it that empowered you? What was your method of education? Because you had to learn a lot to come from where you were to where you are.
Gotcha.
And what did you do to empower you with that knowledge to get you to where you are?
Okay, that's a really good question. And that's why I guess more why I'm so adamant about real estate was a driver. So real estate opened my eyes. It's so deeper than what just a building, right? Or just purchasing a home. Can I have a limited line for the water, please? And that'll be good for me.
Okay, thank you very much.
So the first thing I learned about real estate was at a mortgage company while I was on parole. And I guess it's like part of it, there was so many lessons learned in that process of me getting through the blocks of understanding that me as the inner city kid, former drug dealer, 3-time felon, could actually own a home. I didn't even know that. Right? It was the basics. I didn't even understand how a mortgage worked coming out of my community. I didn't understand financing. Owning a home seemed like it was something for somebody else, for another community, middle-aged white guy, or maybe an older black man, or something like that. Owning a home didn't seem like something that even was feasible for me, or a college kid, or a single mom, because it just seems, through perception, so hard. So when I worked for the mortgage company and saw there at that time was 100% financing programs, down to a 600 credit score, and you get FHA loans only 3.5% down. So you're telling me I could buy this $100,000 house for just $3,500 down? I didn't know that. I thought a $100,000 house would cost me $100,000, right? Or at least 20% down, right? So if you don't even know that basic of, say, that financial education, then okay. Everyone, and there's a lot of people in the black community are like, oh, my credit is screwed up, right? So you just instantly put up a wall and a barrier that I cannot buy a house, I can't own a business, I can't do anything big because my credit is screwed up. My mom put her phone bill in my name when I was 17, and I did some credit cards in college, or whatever else, my credit screwed up, I'm screwed, right? So you go through the mindset through life with these walls up that I'm screwed, credit screwed, I'm going to be a renter, I'm going to work for somebody, and you never become the owner. And where is wealth built in America? Owning what? Land or businesses? Owning something. It's the only way you would build wealth in America. There's no other way to build wealth in America other than even a high-paid CEO. What does he have on the side? A bunch of real estate. He has a real estate portfolio. He has assets. You have to have assets. But who in the black community promotes assets? You watch rappers all day. You watch NBA players all day. You watch everybody promote liabilities. Jewelry, cars, clothes, Louis Vuitton. Being a consumer is promoted to the black community, which is why we spend over $1 trillion a year. We are the poorest community in America and have been for 450 years. One community has been in last place in America for its entire time here. And there's no trajectory to get out of that where they're at. And it's simply because of 3 things. 1, we buy too many liabilities. We don't buy enough assets or are educated enough on buying assets. Businesses, profitable businesses, good businesses, land, and even portion of stocks and bonds and those other kind of things, right? 401ks, right? Even insurances. We don't do much insurance and health insurance and life insurance, right? Right, to protect your assets. So many of us pass away, and now the kids are scrambling trying to put mom or dad to rest because there was no insurance policy there. And there's no family wealth being generated or ever passed down for black people. Because we don't own businesses, we don't own assets, we don't own land, enough of it, and we aren't in an ability to pass down wealth. So we're always starting from the stumbling block. And then on top of that, the money that we do spend, we don't spend within our own community. And a large part because there's no businesses there to even spend with.
The bleed rate in East Orange.
Hey, man.
So, if we recognize that's our problem, then we have to be assertive and innovative about solving those problems, combating each of those issues, which starts with the financial education, which is what I learned. So when I got opened up to that, I can do all of this? You mean I can? When I got my first house with my deed on my name, Jermaine Morrison, like I go by J. Morrison, my name is Jermaine Morrison. And I seen that deed on my name that said you own this lot and blocking it. That was, man, I could have died and went to heaven. Who would have ever thought? I was a welfare kid. I used to get Goodwill clothes for Christmas, like from the Goodwill agency, knocking on the door on Christmas, like, here's your hand-me-downs. Like, I grew up in poverty. My stepfather went to prison for like 13 years. My biological father left when I was 3 months old. He left, went to Nebraska. I didn't see him again until I was 7, and again until I was 9, and again until I was 17, where we started selling drugs together.
Oh, man.
So who would have thought? I dropped out of high school at 16. So who would have thought that one day I could be the owner of a property and had a tenant who was maybe a middle-aged white woman with 2 kids who who was calling me the landlord. I was in a position of power through